recording another video. In today's short video, I wanted to talk to you about something I read in the Bible the other day, and I discussed it with another young man, and it festered really deep, and I wanted to share it because I keep struggling with this myself, so maybe someone else can relate to it. Today's video is recorded in a beech forest. The beech forest gets really green in Sweden this time of year. Right now we're in my friend's forest. He owns acreage around here, up the hill and down the hill, and it's really beautiful where he lives. But that's not what we're talking about right now. I did make a video about acreage and farms and land last year, and me and my wife are pondering getting our own farm still, because my family farm was taken over by my brother, and then somewhere deep inside I feel like it's a little rootless without land. Which sounds, it's not, it just feels, it's a very special thing working with the land, and if you've experienced that, you probably would know what I talk about. However, I want to talk about what it says in the Bible, because it relates a lot to my life, and I want to get better at this part of my life. And it is that verse where Jesus says, love your neighbor like yourself. It's one of the absolute main things he wants to share with us, or wanted to share with us. And I talked this over with this other young man, and it's so hard, to be able to love your neighbor like yourself, you really do need to love yourself. And loving yourself to me is not arrogance or cockiness or being, braggadocious. It's the idea of accepting ourselves and being kind to ourselves, and being our own best friend in a way. And it just hit us so clearly when we talked about it, that's so rare, and I feel like that's where so many come up short. You really want to get good at it, because if you love yourself and can truly be your own best friend and not completely criticize yourself all the time, and not be rough on yourself, and find that genuine acceptance for who you really are as a person, not based on your accomplishments or what you've managed to perform or how cool you are or how nice of a car you drive, but actually who you are. Love that part and cater to that part and accept that part. And in doing so, I really do believe we can get really good at doing that for others. Being nice to others, if we are silently criticizing ourselves all the time or hating ourselves, is a bit of a fake relation or fake love that we give to others. Versus, if we can love ourselves, we can probably truly love others as well. And I've really struggled with that myself a lot throughout my life, where I've felt that love is very conditional and it's based on your accomplishments, and you keep trying to perform to to impress others, and that's the drive and motivation to if I perform more, I'll get more acceptance, and perform more and I get more acceptance, and have better stuff or cooler. But it wears you out to live that way and work that way, and you start realizing that it doesn't help. Because let's say today I have a lot of things I really dreamed, almost impossible, but really dreamed about as a younger self, and I just always remember thinking that if I just get there and get that stuff, or get that house in Florida, or get that, then I made it, and then everybody will love me and I'll be loved. But then you realize that you never outrun the lack of love for self. So it doesn't matter how high you climb or how far you go, it just doesn't, you don't get there. So I've stepped back a lot lately, the last few years, and started working on figuring out who I really am, and love that self, and slowly but surely making some progress, even though it takes forever and it's hard to figure that out. But it's really nice to realize that we can be everything and do everything, but doing it out of that acceptance and love of self, where you do stuff you actually genuinely like and want and are interested in, and you can pat yourself on the shoulder if you've done a good job that you really like, and you don't need all that external approval, and you don't do it all to look good from the outside, but you can do it to feel good on the inside. It's just another level of life that's so much nicer, and it's really made me feel a lot more calm and safe, and just being able to relax in what I have and what I do in a way that I never could before. And for a while I was scared that it would take away the drive and the ambitions, but I've realized it's almost the opposite. It just makes the reaching of your own goals so much more fun, and you set the goals that are actually meaningful to you, not just based on like having as many Instagram likes as possible or being as cool as possible, like just to feel good for yourself. And it's been nice. So this is a journey I'm on, and I don't know why, but I felt like sharing it. So if you find yourself, trying too hard to impress others, or feeling that the people's acceptance and love of you is based on something you have to do or action based, then take a step back for a while and do what Jesus said, and like love your neighbor like yourself, meaning love yourself first, so you know how to love and like others, and maybe with that we can all make this world softer and nicer without losing any of our productivity and drive and the achievement of goals, which is still a really big part that I believe in. Sorry for that. Not very much business in this chat, but in a way it is too, because I guess all this stuff we want to do with real genuine passion from the inside. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon, I hope. Bye.